Welcome to 100 Yards of Football. If you like the video today, please come in and share it. We'll surely appreciate it here on 100 Yards of Football. I'd like to give special thanks to my very talented producer, Mr. Jeremiah Long, for making it happen for me this morning. I'm your host, Vincent Turner, and our video today is on Toon, NFL legend, wide receiver for the New York Jets. So, if you like the video this morning, please come in and share it. Toon. What a super football player in New York during his time up there, out of the University of Wisconsin. And I will tell you this about Mr. Toon. If it wouldn't been for 9 concussions in his NFL career, and he had to retire in 1992, there's no question about it, this young man would have been in the Hall of Fame or be inducted into the Hall of Fame. He was a very, very special football player, 6'4", 210 pounds, and he was very physical. And one thing about Mr. Toon, as he attended the University of Wisconsin back in the mid-'80s, the thing I liked about him the most here on 100 Yards of Football, he's from Newport News, Virginia. Newport News. And I'm wondering, why y'all out there as fans of 100 Yards of Football, why are y'all saying Vincent is mentioning Newport News, Virginia? Well, there's been some outstanding talent that's came out of that area. And Mr. Toon kind of set the tone for the guys that followed him. Like a Michael Vick, a Mike Tomlin, help me Jesus, Aaron Brooks. Mr. Toon is from the same area as those gentlemen. Henry Jordan, the great Leroy Keys that played running back at Purdue. Tommy Redmond, Michael Vick's high school coach, who was an outstanding player with the University of Missouri back in the 1960s. Larry Bethea, former Dallas Cowboy great in the mid-'70s. David Macklin, Norm Snead. There's been some outstanding football players that came out of that area. And Mr. Toon is a gentleman that set the tone back in the late 70s and early 80s, coming out of high school and going on to the University of Wisconsin. Played 8 years in the NFL, Mr. Toon. Was a 2-time first-team All-Big Ten. In the NFL, he was a 3-time Pro Bowl selection. His college stats, he left the University of Wisconsin as the all-time school leading receiver in receptions. 131 receptions, 2,103 yards, and 19 touchdowns. In his 8-year NFL career, he had 400 receptions. Now, I want you to listen to this stat. 400 receptions in his first 81 games. He ended his career with 519 receptions, 6,605 yards, and 31 touchdowns. If he wouldn't have retired in 1992 after an 8-year career and said he would have played, let me say, maybe 4 more years, there's no question about it, Toon would have been being inducted in the Hall of Fame. But what I liked about Mr. Toon was his skill set, being 6'4", 220. Dynamic, A+. Hands, A+. Yards after catch, A+. Ball skills at another level, A+. Explosive, A+. Playmaker at 6'4", A+. Leaping ability. A lot of people don't know Mr. Toon was a dual athlete at Wisconsin. He ran track, and he was a high jumper. Leaping ability, A+. Just like Phi Slamma Jamma, the Houston Cougars under Akeem Olajuwon in 1982 and 83 season. Confidence off the charts, A+. Pound for pound, in my opinion, the best wide receiver in New York Jets history. Toon was a very, very special football player. And he played on a very talented New York Jets team. And I said one of the most talented teams in the 1988 season. He played with Marion Barber, Ken O'Brien, Freeman McNeil, Johnny Hector, Marty Lyons, Cal Clifford, James Hasty. I really liked that 88 squad with the New York Jets. But most of all, if you want to think about Toon and take this to your bed tonight or take this to your memory bank, let's go back to the 1983 Big Ten season. They're playing Purdue. You know who Purdue had in the secondary at that time? Mr. Rod Woodson. And that's when Mr. Toon set a Big Ten record for receiving yards in the game. 8 receptions. 252 yards and 1 touchdown. And I hate to say it, I know Rob Woodson was young at the time, but Al Toon lit him up like fire. Man, this was a very special football player, an outstanding human being, and a guy I enjoyed watching playing football for the University of Wisconsin and with the New York Jets. It's so sad that he had to retire from the game with 9 concussions. But as I just said, pound for pound, in the history of New York Jets football, Al Toon is the best football player that played the wide receiver position. If you like the video today, please comment and share it. I'll surely appreciate it here on 100 Yards of Football. Special thanks to my very top producer, Mr. Jeremiah Long. I've been your host, Vincent Turner. Y'all be blessed today here on 100 Yards of Football.